Now I'm going to do a piece called The First Superstar. The First Superstar. Because you hear of all kind of superstars. Superstar in music, superstar in the sports. Well, I'm going to tell you about the first superstar. Now the scriptures say that my people shall be destroyed for lack of knowledge. There's two kinds of knowledge here in the physical material world. What is known as ascending and descending knowledge. Ascending knowledge is the knowledge that you access through your physical senses. Plenty of ascending knowledge out there. Just go down to the library. Get on the internet. One thing about that ascending knowledge, you're always going to find some error in it. The other kind of knowledge that you have out here in the physical material world is known as descending knowledge. This is the knowledge that comes from the life-giving creative spirit to a human instrument that is known as a prophet, then is universally made available to the rest of humanity. This is perfect knowledge. I want to take you back in history, way back in history. Before the event of conventional warfare, when the animals of the earth was at constant conflict with human beings, as if they knew that it was the activities of human beings that had caused the catastrophe of the flood to come upon the earth. In the area where early human beings lived, Mesopotamia, you had some of the most dangerous animals on the earth. The lions, the tigers, the poisonous snakes, and the various predators of the mountains. But the most vicious and ferocious of all the animals on the earth was the leopard. The leopard was a guerrilla warrior. The leopard was one of the few animals on the earth that had absolutely no fear of human beings. He correctly considered them to be his enemy. It was by conquering the leopard and utilizing him in the hunting of the other animals, the first superstar, that name Nimrod. The name Nimrod is taken from the two-part Sumerian word Nim, that means leopard, and Rod, that means to subdue or conquer. It is Nimrod whose activities in relationship to the animals of the earth that would lay the foundations of the Babylonian Empire. The Babylonian religious, political, and economic system. The Babylonian mystery of iniquity. History notes from the past. Talking about misplaced knowledge. Knowledge all of you should know. Portugal went to Africa as enemies. Then as friends. Then as manipulators. Then with the greed of her land, touching the greed of our chieftains. Our leaders, our fathers, our protectors. From a greed within, they sold us into a life of bondage. The bondage of chains, ships, and whips. The bondage of the mind. Taking us to the islands and breaking our spirits, making us meek, humble, and afraid. Breaking the thoughts of ancient African kingdoms. They broke our spirit and we tore the sword. We tore under the field of madness, the harvest of sadness. States united for inhumanity. History notes from the past. Talking about misplaced knowledge. Knowledge all of you should know. History notes about the Emancipation Proclamation 1863. The Buffalo Soldier fought so you can be free. April 8, Lee surrendered to Grant. 5 days later, they assassinated Lincoln. Reconstruction came and went. The South made a deal with the North, and we had codes. We had black codes and a new type of bondage. History notes from the past, talking about misplaced knowledge. And I'd just like to do a shout out to my hometown of Greenville, Mississippi. My homeboy. Thank you very much. Kevin Knight, are we ready for it?